It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And we'll see the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Dolphins and the Raiders, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
We are about 15 or so miles northwest of world-famous Miami Beach as we are set for football at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami Gardens. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap as it'll be the Las Vegas Raiders taking on the Miami Dolphins. Hi, everyone. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. Charles, you look at the Dolphins as they enter play in this one. They've been the talk of the NFL so far. 9 wins in their first 9 games.
And some people subscribe to the theory that a loss might not be the worst thing for them. They've had it easy all year long. How would they do handling adversity?
On the other side of the field for the visiting Raiders, they've come in on a nice run of recent form. 4 wins out of 5.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Kickoff keeping off.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. The Raiders offense heading out with their new man under center for 2023, the former Patriot, former 49er, Jimmy Garoppolo.
It's another typical season for Jimmy G. Last year, when he was out there, he was excellent, leading the 49ers to 7 wins and throwing 4 times as many touchdowns as interceptions. Then the injury bug bit again. The Las Vegas, they're counting on him being able to do the exact same thing they saw in San Francisco, but avoiding injury while doing so.
Here we go.
On the ground is Jacobs to start the drive. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now a toss to the left for Jacobs. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. And despite injuries like these, Charles, with these guys missing, they've been able to keep that pursuit of perfection alive so far.
That just shows the depth that they have on the roster and the guys who are serious about being ready when their number is called. Someone goes down, someone jumps in, and they don't skip a beat. I think this team has a bunch of those guys, and some of them will be called on again this week.
3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. But defensively, you really can't script the start much better. You get a 3 and out and a sack.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. They kept him short of a first down on 1st and 2nd down. And then on 3rd down, they pick up a sack. What tremendous momentum for them to start this game.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Dances by him. They'll call that a 47-yard punt, a return of just 3. And it'll be Dolphin football. The Dolphins set to go on offense for the first time behind their 25-year-old quarterback, now in his 4th NFL season, Tua Tagovailoa.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
Favorites, there are 9. Person, play, concept, formation, I form. Close, there, pocket red, stutter goes.
Good starting field position for the Dolphins as they have it 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down. All right, Charles, and we've spoken about this offense plotting how great they've been all year. 9-0 now, into the back half of the season. Super Bowl favorites without a doubt. I think everyone agrees on that. What do you think is the thing that most stands between them and a perfect season?
I think it's themselves. I think it's their team, how they approach things, how they conduct themselves during the week, practicing, getting ready, and then going out and playing. Can't take your foot off the gas pedal at this stage. Doesn't matter if it's a weak team you're playing or not. Look, when I talk with one of the best golfers of all time, he told me he never played against the field. He just played against himself and his own standard.
Delay of game, offense.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still 2nd down.
Entering play call, power O, AHD ISO. Formation, there are 9 category. Player, there are 9 Cedric Wills, Eric Sauber, Tyreek Hill, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Waddle, Tua Tagovailoa, Devin Ukin, FD Dive.
And look at this, the punt team is out there. Somebody better give them the memo that it's 2nd down. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Entering play call, formation, single back, I form, glow, power up, AHD ISO.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they really played well a week ago in that win over the Jets.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for them to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for them to escape the pocket and run.
Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
So on 4th down, here's Jake Bailey to punt for the Dolphins. Yeah, he was looking for the checkup bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. 2nd drive of the game coming up for this Las Vegas offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Jacoby Myers, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down. You talk about this Miami defense. They're in the spot statistically that you don't want to be in against the pass. Number 32 in the league, dead last. And
when you're getting ready to face the #1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively because you got your hands full. You don't know what you're going to face, but you know that that's a strong unit that you're getting ready for.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw there complete to Myers. And he'll go down into 26 following a gain of 6.
And I think this is a route we'll see more of as this game goes on, because with his speed, they want to get him the ball in space on drag routes just like this. They want him to get the ball and run after the catch. Good job there, though, holding him for a short gain.
3rd and 4. There's Garoppolo to throw. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
That looks like there's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Here's A.J. Cole now to punt this one away. Here's Hill on the return. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. So Miami coming out for their second drive. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, and focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Devinican, you have 6 options. FB, Spider-Man, FB Dive, Spider Mesh.
2nd and 5. First carry of the game for the Aggie alum, Devon A-Chain. And he'll have the Dolphins first down as he'll get this out to about the 42.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and turn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Spider Mesh.
First down, they go back to A-Chain. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Max Crosby, the one who got in there for the stop. Look at this Raiders defense. And they've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the #1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
From the gun, it's Tua. They'll get this off to Taylor. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
Concept, quick pass. Option, run. Screen pass, play action pass, peek pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14 options.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Play action. Now it's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
Nice play call. A little bit of play action right there. If you can get those linebackers to freeze for just a split second, that's usually all the room you need in order to get it to your tight end.
Flood. There are 10 concept. Formation. There are I-form. Single back. Wing tight pass. 26 U. AHP inside zone. 26-2, AHP inside zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 42-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
Close, there, Conkeep red, stutter goes.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Hustling through to break that play up, Max Crosby.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Medium pass. Quick pass. Option. Run. Screen pass. Play action pass. Keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. They fake the handoff. Now Tua. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. Calling a gain of 6 on the play. 3rd and 7 now.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. With his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? What he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Jason Sanders now for the extra point. And that makes it 7-0 Dolphins. A good drive that time is having 9 plays in all. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here we go.
They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Entering play
It's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Entering play call.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
Well, you got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Vegas. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. Watch out for Hill on the return. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And the Dolphins getting set to go here. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line.
As a linebacker, you're taught to stay just slightly behind the ball carrier just in case he makes a cutback. But when you find the gap, shoot it. And he found it all right. Took it straight into the backfield and made the tackle for a loss.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run once more with Taylor. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long.
Entering play call.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Looking to pass. Tua. And it is caught. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A pickup of 27. And they pick up the first down in the process. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the #3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Entering play call. Close. There are 4 categories. Formation. There are 9 categories. Strong. I form. Close. Spider-Man. Patilik. Spider-Mesh.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 43. Running straight ahead, Taylor. We're down to the 41.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Tyreek Hill, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Waddle, Tutago Velo, Devin Akin, FD Dive, Spider Mesh.
2nd down and 8. Give up the middle to H.A. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Entering play call, Dominican, FD dive, spider mesh.
They'll come up now, 3rd and 3. They'll run for it with H.A. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Gun plan, there, player, there, formation, there, concept, medium pass, quick pass. Option, run, screen pass, play action, keep pass, flood. There are 10 categories. You have 4
This would have been a
options.
54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
Player, Cedric Wilson, Eric Sauber, Tyreek, Jonathan, Jalen Waddle, Tago Vale, Devin King, FD dive, spider mesh.
So they convert on 4th, and now from just outside the 30, here's 1st and 10. To the right side, this is Taylor. Powers through. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Well, they're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Dive, spider mesh. Entering instant call chat coach option coaching pop-up menu. Medical center is selected. Entering injury report screen. Player name C. Wilkins. Player name T. Hill. Position W. Injury type muscle cramps. Injury length will return soon. Injury length 1 week. Entering franchise screen. You have 8 options. Coaching is selected.
H.A. on 1st and 10. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And our statistician, Ben Ransar, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now, because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything.
Spider mesh.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
Pretty straightforward play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
Entering play call, player, formation. There are 9 categories. Concept, medium pass, quick pass, option, run, screen pass, play action pass, keep pass, flood. There are 10 categories.
The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on 3rd and 12. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number one. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter from Miami. It's the Dolphins with the football as they've got it with a fourth down coming up.
Kick FGK toss, field goal 40 yards. On plan, error, player, error, formation, error, concept, medium pass. Short, tall, deep spot.
No sign of Tua departing. Fourth down, they're going for it.
Ready.
Tua on fourth down. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill with a second touchdown here in this first half. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Wow, talk about a big fourth down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense and you give them credit for going for it, having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down and get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raiders now set to get the football back. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Off the option, here's Jacobs. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Here we go. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Jacobs. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. The Raiders on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. Trying to run forward with Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 10, and it's enough for a Las Vegas first down.
And they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give, it's Jacobs off the option. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the 46, here's 2nd and a yard. Running the toss here to Jacobs. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply the offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Here we go.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 6. Garoppolo looks to throw. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 31-yard line. That one good for 16 as the drive continues.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Here we go, here we go.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Some of the big boppers in the game traditionally have been safeties, and he certainly fits that mold. He lets his pads do his talking.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. This to Jacobs on the toss right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Well, now after all of this, hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
A pair of negative running plays, and now they're looking up at a 3rd down at 17 to go. Garoppolo now. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Emmanuel Agba in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Already up 2 touchdowns. How about that drive kill up a sack there to add to their good play? This offense coming away with no points now when some kind of score was desperately needed.
Here's A.J. Cole now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. Now we get Tyreek Hill and the rest of the Miami offense back out there. We're in the 2nd quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a 3rd person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while because I don't know that their talents are his. Because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And he will find his man on the outside. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination. Guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
On first down, Tagovailoa. It's Hill, complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A very solid gain of 27.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Choice, concept, there are 9 formation, there are 9 player, there are 9 formation, there are 9 category, goal line, hail, special, single, I form, close, podgy red, stutter goes.
First and 10, Taylor now. There's the stiff arm. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They had a chance to limit his yardage, but he was able to fight off that tackle.
So it's not just the responsibility of the guys who missed the tackles along the way. It's all 11 on defense, able to stop this guy, unable to do it on that play. They've got to find a way. How about his ability to break through and gain that yardage?
FD dot, spider, FD dive, spider mesh.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for first and 10. H.A. now up the middle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
Right back to H.A. on second down. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Single, I form, close, podgy red, stutter goes.
The Dolphins on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Call, coach suggestion, gun plan, there are player, there are 9 formation, there are 9 categories, there are 4 concept, quick path, option, run. Inside zone, 24, AHB zone WK, 24 zone open.
And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on fourth down conversions. And here we go again. Hill going to go in motion right. Now here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a good to Taylor. And the Dolphins are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Prior to that, they were 2 for 2 on fourth down conversions in this ball game. Now 3 for 3.
And you got to figure the luck's got to run out at some point, doesn't it? I will just tell you from a defense's point of view, someone has to step forward on 4th down and make a play himself because they're just letting it happen to him right now.
Cedric Wilson, Davinukin, FB, Spider Mesh.
And some strong running. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. He wanted that end zone. Powerful running, but he couldn't quite get there.
And that's going to really make him upset. And right now, there's no way he's letting a coach take him out of the game. He's going to want the ball again, so he actually does get into the end zone, hopefully on his next carry.
2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. A-Chain is going to go backwards. He'll lose yardage back to the 5. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
Now, that was a terrific play. We're down here near the goal line, and only one word comes to mind for me, and that's overwhelm, because they absolutely overwhelmed the offensive line. He came free and made the hit in the backfield.
The offense on 3rd down, 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. They'll try and run. Taylor. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
That was the kind of play that this defense needed because it has not been a good half for them on that side of the football. Maybe they can use that one to regroup a little bit and start to play a little bit better.
Suggestion. Gun plan. Player. Error not. Formation. Error. Concept. Screen pass. Play action pass. Kick pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14
options. The offense stays out there.
A
big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this 11-play drive is going to lead to nothing on the scoreboard. So the magic runs out, so to speak. They were 3 for 3 on 4th down conversions, now 3 for 4.
So the defense finally gets to exhale because they were wondering 3 for 3 getting converted on 4th down. That percentage is way high. They hadn't stopped them at all. Finally, they get a stop. They can get to the sidelines now and rest a little bit.
Play action. Now Garoppolo. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
Partner, you got to check this out because while they rightly congregate around the guy who just made the play on field, take a look at the sideline because they all went over to congratulate their punter because they remember it was his kick that set them up so close to the end zone and gave them an opportunity to get the safety that we just saw to add to their lead. That's teamwork right there. Full complementary football, and they got it done.
Return left is selected.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. It's taken to the 26. Tyreek Hill making his way back out towards the huddle. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little. They bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I know the halftime's approaching, but I don't think he's going to want to take a break. That's his fifth catch.
Yeah, they've really been targeting the tight end. Two and now on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
Nice running throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he could break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. On target over the middle to Hill. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
Well, there wasn't much there with that hitch route. They didn't gain what they expected. But sometimes when you call a hitch, you really don't have an alternate to go to. You don't have a second route to throw it to. So sometimes you have to rifle in there and hope for the best.
A yard all they need, but it's third down. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. Third and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
Entering play call. Drive flood.
A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Got a man complete to Cedric Wilson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A good pick up there at 20 yards.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
Option, run, screen, run. Inside, 24 zone, AHD zone WK.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Jonathan Taylor, that's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Dolphins are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, what a first half he's had running the football. Another terrific run there, and this one finds the end zone.
Well, we know he's a guy who's capable of coming up with big plays in the running game, and his offensive line knows it as well. That keeps them motivated, looking for those extra blocks to give him room to run downfield.
Sanders on for the extra point. And it's no good. Oh, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, keep left is selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
Entering play
well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. If they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Now they got to get to the line quickly.
Categories.
Garoppolo on first down. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. A dump off for Abdullah. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a second and long.
I really like the angles that the tackles came from on that play. They secured inside, took away the cutback. The sideline's there, so you can only go so far outside, and they were able to close in and tackle him for a loss.
Yeah, they used your boy over there, the 12th man. Sammy Sideline, right?
Sammy Sideline. You know something? He tackles pretty well, too.
He's tougher than an airport steak. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on third down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Flood, drive, Papillon sale. Drive flood.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On play action, here's Tua. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. And quickly, they get to the line. They fake the handoff, now Tua. That's complete to his running back, Taylor. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball, has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people.
but they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Tua now on first down. He's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Entering play call,
multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. So the two teams will head to the locker rooms here in Miami with the Dolphins on top. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll start with a good one in the NFC. Dallas heading east to take on Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. And it's the home team who are out in front. Miles Sanders with a touchdown run. From there, we head up to Wisconsin to check out the Packers at home in Lambeau. And they have the lead in that one over the visiting LA Chargers. Aaron Jones with 2 touchdown runs. Finally, we head to the shores of Lake Erie. See what's going on with the Cleveland Browns. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. Amari Cooper, a touchdown reception. It was a strong first half from the lefty, Tua Tagovailoa. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. Both teams likely making their final adjustments before the second half. So, time for us to go back downstate to Miami and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Defend outside run, defend short pass, defend medium pass.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3.
Return left leg is selected. Return right leg. Return middle matchup.
The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. Taking it about the 1. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter.
Entering play call, concept, there are 9 category, formation, there are 9, player, there are 9, gun plan, there are coach suggestion, gun plan, there are 9, run inside, HD smash.
Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Go ahead.
A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Takes it to the 26, just a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Brown inside is selected player. There are 9 categories. Cedric Wilson, Jr., Eric Sauber, Tyreek Hill, Jonathan Taylor, Jalen Waddle, spacing switch.
Now 2nd and 9. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's Waddle. He's got the catch on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. Just his 2nd catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
This is just more of the same. This defense has had no answer on a lot of these throws. They've let these receivers run wild. And here's another completion for good yardage.
Spacing switch.
Play action. Now it's Tua. Right back to Jalen Waddle for another catch. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. They go right back to him for 20 and a first.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's Tua. Throw out wide is incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some certain yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Well, the pressure gets there, and Tua's going to be taken down. Big Ndamukong Suh, one of the league's best for a long time, getting a sack there.
Let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them, because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
So now after the sack, Tua and the Dolphins staring at a 3rd and long. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Under pressure, they got him again. Ndamukong Suh drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. The Dolphins will send out the punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half.
7 categories.
Here we go. Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at the 20. They'll start the drive with a give to White. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Opting to run again here with White. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here slow to get up. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll run here. Abdullah. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it here. Why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that 1st. Line line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They go back to Abdullah on first. And he'll scratch out only about a yard after the 32.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game for the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground.
Entering French. Option. Quit game. Resume. Inst. Call timeout. Challenge. Super sim. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up menu. You have 5 options. Entering. Depth chart screen. 1 row 50. Enter. Options. Coaching. Pop-up menu. Medical center is selected. Entering. Injury rater selected. Player name Arspillin. Player name Z White. Position HG. Injury type bruised sternum. Injury length out for game. Injury length 1 week. Injury length. Injury type. Position MLG. Player name D Butler. Player name J Jacobs. Position HG. Injury type torn labrum. Injury length TBG. Entering franchise screen. You have 9 options. Coaching is selected.
From the 32-yard line now, here's a 2nd down and 9.
13. Stand.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. The throw here, right sideline, falls incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Now Garoppolo. And that's to the left sideline and incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
Here's A.J. Cole now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And this returnable for Hill. It'll be a 41-yard punt, give them 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Dolphins offense now ready to go back out onto the field. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here, and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming. Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10, just shy of the 30. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
AHP zone WK. Concept screen pass. Play action pass. Keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14 options.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 9. Tua going to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 4. Drive flood. Papel on sale. Concept. Play action pass. Screen pass. Run. Option. Run. Inside. 24's. AHP zone WK.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And for one of the few times here today. This run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
Now a 2nd and 10. Hill going to go in motion right. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he's going to be close to a first down as he gets this to the Raiders' 41. 113 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. This offense #1 in the NFL in picking up first downs in the run game. Got him another one there.
A really good stat to lead the league in, isn't it? Because if you keep picking up first downs, sustaining drives, that means you're controlling the football, controlling the clock, and letting your defense rest on the sidelines.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run once more with Taylor. Busting through contact. Just wasn't a huge hole there for him to operate. Stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
There are 9 player. There are 9. 2 Takovic. Javanukan. Cedric Wilson. Javanukan. FD die. Spider Mesh.
Here's a 2nd and 5. A give up the middle to H.A. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. First down, they go back to H.A. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. On the handoff, Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Concept, screen pass, play action, keep pass. Flood. There are 10 categories.
A couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Now Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they will eventually sets up a 1st and goal.
A lot of deflated looks on that defense. It seems like they just cannot find a way to get a key stop on 3rd down. Here's another conversion, and now this offense, they're in a position to go up even further as they've got it 1st and goal.
Entering play call, flood, third, switch. Portland. Concept, formation, there are no player, there are Cedric Wilson Jr., Devinican, FB dive, spider mesh.
2nd down and 3 with right around 3 minutes remaining in the 3rd quarter. 3s all around. They'll run here with A-Chain. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Good work there, holding them out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
I form. Blows, there are 4, Conchi, stutter goes.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Taylor is going backwards as he'll be tackled back at the 4-yard line. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
Yeah, he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that.
Deep pass, medium, quick pass, option, run. Inside zone, 24, AHP zone WK.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 20 on the year as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further.
Well, this offensive line has really stepped up to the challenge here because those Mastodons, they've been sensational clearing holes all game long. And this is great work down here near the goal line to give their back the space he needs to work his way into the end zone.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 9 categories. You have 15 options.
Sanders now to add the extra point. And that'll push the lead up to 29 now. So that one a 13-play drive in total. And it was capped off by a Jonathan Taylor touchdown.
Entering play call, special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff, kick left is selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Las Vegas' offense back out there ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They start the drive with Abdullah. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive. It's a quick first down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
On first down, Abdullah. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Garoppolo now. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here we go.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Now back to throw. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Entering play call.
Back now in Miami.
There are 7
A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Toward the sideline, intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard.
So a big return there, Charles, on what was a pretty dangerous throw to the outside.
It sure was, Brandon. That's the risk you run on a throw like this. If it's intercepted, a lot of times this is a pick 6. So good hustle to get back and get him down. But, boy, that's a throw you've really got to be sure of if you're going to work the perimeter of the field.
Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over.
Entering option. Quick resume. Call. Challenge. Stats. Coaching. Pop-up menu. Depth chart is selected. Entering depth. AHP. Player name J. Taylor. Player name J. Wilson Jr. Player name J. Taylor. Player name J. Wilson Jr. Slot 1. FD selected. Player name Heakin. Player name A. Ingold. Player name J. Wilson Jr. Entering information pop-up. A player cannot start twice on offense. OK. Slot 3. Player name J. Wilson J. Player name Heakin. Player name A. Ingold. Option. Coaching. Pop-up. Medical. Depth chart is selected. Entering depth chart screen. 1 row. AHB select. Player name Slot 1. Player name J. Wilson Jr. Player name J. Taylor. Player name Heakin. Slot 2. Slot 1. Player name Heakin. FD selected. Slot 2. Player name Heakin. Player name A. Ingold. Position FG. Entering franchise.
After the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead.
20 AHB zone WK.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. H.A. now up the middle. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
Fourth quarter with the lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on first down. They did that plus 3.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Entering play call inside zone. There are 9. Entering option. Quick get resume. Ins call shall super sim stat coaching. Pop-up menu. You have 5 medical center is selected. Entering injury. Player name C. Wilkins. Player name C. Williams. Position C. Injury type hand. Injury length TBD. Injury length 1 week. Injury length 2 weeks. Injury length 6 weeks. You entering play call inside 24 zone AHB zone WK.
A-Chain gets past one man. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the one.
Entering play call.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from the 1. In motion, Hill. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, but instead a give up the middle. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Devon A-Chain punching it in from a yard away. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Entering play call. Coaches. Unplanned. Player. Error 9. Formation. Error. Concept. Error. Screen path. Play action. Keep. BD. Quick path. Option. Run. Inside. 24 zone open.
Tua and the Dolphins offense staying put. They'll go for 2. Now they send a man in motion right. They're going to keep it on the ground. And he will dive into the end zone, and the 2-point conversion is successful.
I think this is just going to be a function of the times we live in now. Very similar to the bat flip in baseball. Everyone's got to start to get comfortable with this. But to me, this is just rubbing it in. You got a big lead. Go ahead and take the extra point. One thing to keep in mind, though, karma's still out there, and sometimes it has a way of catching up with you.
Entering play call. Special teams. You have 6 options. Kickoff. Kick left is selected.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Raiders offense now, they trot back out. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
Entering play call. Coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Jalen Phillips picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, I wish this staff luck as they try to find positives about this performance by their offense as we move through the early part of the 4th quarter. That sack, the latest example. Down by a boatload, this offense simply can't keep up, and the quarterback is still taking hits. I get the backups in there if it were me.
Categories.
So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? Back to throw here. Lets this go for Renfro downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball has been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it. Unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Hill to return it. Able to slither by. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return is for 7. And it'll be Dolphin football. Here comes Jonathan Taylor and his teammates. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
And he's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see him back. Just got to have a grin on his face every time his number is called. Because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well.
They're right here.
This drive will begin with a run from A-Chain. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 2 straight runs of 5 yards. 1st and 10.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A-Chain on 1st and 10. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
There are 10 categories.
They'll have to deal with a 2nd and 14 now after the loss. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And to the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Dolphins. Jalen Waddle, 49 yards. watching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all three phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Sanders on for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Entering
drive there of just 4 plays. And it was finished off by a Jalen Waddle touchdown. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Abdullah's going to stay put, and the drive will start at the 25. Now the Vegas offense heading back out there. Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough to actually see the result.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's second down.
Here we go.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. But at this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for Las Vegas. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. Jalen Waddle, the speedster wide receiver, brings out this offense. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's A-Chain to begin the drive. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. A-Chain here. They stay on the ground. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described. Manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage. They are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
It's H8 on the give. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Jet sweep. Concept. Formation. Error. I form. Tight. Error. AHP stretch. AHP ISO. 26 to D slant. AHP stretch. D slant.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Up the middle, here's Taylor. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly when the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
Flood. There are 10 categories. You have 14 options.
Here's 3rd and 7.
First cross is selected.
Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. They'll call this a 41-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points. You feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And Garoppolo going to lead the Raiders up here, 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's to the rookie from Notre Dame, Michael Mayer. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's complete into the hands of Myers. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Entering play call.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. It's Myers again with another catch. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
Entering play call, coach suggestions, cover 2-man, cover 3 sky, cover 3 sky.
Here we go, here we go. White.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. He goes underneath to Abdullah. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Entering play call, coach suggestions. There are 7 categories.
Ball right on the 50-yard line. Here's the 2nd and 8. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. And his throw is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion. You figure defensively, you're in the fourth quarter here. You've held the team under 100 yards passing. You've done your job.
Especially in today's NFL, which is truly a pass-first league.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. This is 3rd and 8. To throw is Garoppolo. Wow, that is incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Coach suggestions, sweep, return lift. On plan, there are 7 categories. Defend medium pass select. Defend medium cover 4 quarters.
Here's A.J. Cole now. They'll boot it away from about his 35. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. Dolphins offense returning to the field. We find ourselves here in the midst of a one-sided affair. A lot of fill time down the stretch, Mr. Davis.
Pass.
So we could talk about food because that is something that you and I both enjoy. We enjoy our time at the table. So maybe the best steakhouses in the city, but in all seriousness, the performances that we've seen this year, we've seen a bunch of great ones. And it's going to be hard to parse who's going to win the MVP.
Yeah, it really is.
Is it going to be a runner? Is it going to be a thrower? Can a defender finally win it this season? Those are the things that we could probably discuss.
And collectively, this is about as dominant of a performance as you could have hoped for on both sides of the football.
Might have to put it #1 for what we've seen this season.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5. We talked about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
Off of play action, Tagovailoa. That's complete to the tight end, Saubert. And he's brought down short by a yard. It's a 3rd down gain of 4.
This for baseball, we call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the 1st down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
There are 9 categories. I form, single back, concept, medium pass, quick pass, option, run, screen, run. Inside, 24 zone open.
So on 4th down, they're going to go again. Keep in mind they're 3 of 4 so far in these situations. In motion, Hill. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Entering play call. Gun plan. There are 9 player. There are formation. There concept screen. Play. Keep. Media. Quick. Option. Run. Inside. 24 zone open.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. In motion, Hill. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead a handoff up the middle. And he will have a Dolphins first down. Boy, that was a tough couple of yards to pick up, but they convert on 4th and 1. At first glance, I actually wasn't sure that he got it, but he ended up getting it by about a full yard.
He certainly did, but it took a little effort, didn't it? Took some nice push, a little crease inside, and some determined running to make sure that he got the first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Dolphin got going a little early.
Ball start. Offense.
Entering
this line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
Again, it's A-Chain. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Here's a 2nd and 8. On the handoff, it's A-Chain. And once again, they'll get possibly back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball, you should be able to carry it one more time, so make sure you get in shape.
Third down, here's A-Chain. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches have a reliable running game. They breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Charles, when you look at the stat sheet, you realize that both sides of the ball were so dominant in this game. And on offense, not only did they score it, but they did it through the air as well as on the ground. Everything was working.
And you know that the guys who scored the touchdowns, who contributed that way, that threw them or ran them, they're going to find our cameras and have a big grin for them. But I hope our cameras find that offensive line. How versatile were they? Move the ball on the ground, move people so they can run it, and then protected their passers so they could throw it.
So for the Dolphins, they keep on rolling 10-0 now to start the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Raiders, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.